The coolest thing was Ira's sayings. Ira had a lot of sayings. Still has a lot of sayings. When things weren't quite right, he would say, "Not ready for prime time." That was one of my favorite, most memorable sayings.
What about when things were right?
I can't remember when things were right. I only remember the not quite ready for prime time.
Thanks for the update. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's what he tells you when you have a good result. So.
Well, he once said of group meeting that nothing was worth more than an hour and a half, which is a rule we live by in my lab.
Carlos had a way of, at least I think, of motivating you by saying things that often had sort of double meanings. At least that was my impression.
Something about keeping your ducks in a row, having all your ducks in a row. Never quite sure what that meant. Something about ready to move on, I guess.
I do remember one time when I started in his lab, I came strictly from a biochemistry background, and I remember the first time I was sitting at a microscope and he saw me and he said, "Oh, if your thesis advisor could see you now." So that's the only thing I really remember where he teased me about being totally incompetent behind a microscope, which was in fact true.
One thing I always think about that Ira said to me, but I think it's just like, must be referable to me, because I don't hear other people say this, which always comes back to me, is just life is not a dress rehearsal. So that's a good thing to remember.
Mount Parnassus, striping arboretum. Sing the chorus. Life is fine, bridges and the trees, elegant Victorians, always a joy to see you're on. AWA, take me home to the place I belong, San Francisco. Sourdough mama, take me home, TWA. More than a year ago, I finally told them yes. My schedule looked wide open, and so I acquiesced. Rather be at home, sitting by the dock of the bay. Fog had finally lifted, so I was on my way. United Air, take me home to the place